That bell means it's time to start this fight. Bernard Hopkins throwing a nice jab that lands on target. Hagler's got great work ethic. It stems from his blue-collar background. He worked in construction. He fought and trained in grizzled gyms in Jersey, Philly, all the way up to Brockton, Mass. The more you sweat, the greater the reward. Hopkins scores up top. Another devastating combination connects for the marvelous one. You can just tell this guy's got some power in those hands. He keeps his body tight and explosive. Marvelous, able to score with a jab to the body. He's tagging his face with the jab. Hopkins countered with a penetrating power shot that catches his opponent off guard. You need to be smart, really mix things up against a balanced opponent like this. It's unlikely one strategy will work. There's a reason why Hopkins calls himself the Executioner. There aren't many fighters out there that want anything to do with him. Hopkins taking the best of that exchange as he lands a hard counter. Marvelous putting combos together and looking to throw more than one punch at a time. Hagler displays his hand speed with a series of jabs. He throws a hard shot right in there. Looking good with that combination. Nice jab by the Executioner. Bernard Hopkins popped by two hard shots. He's demonstrating well-rounded skills, capitalizing on many countering opportunities. Great power punch by the Executioner. Just got to make it through these last 10 seconds. Surely that round was exactly what his corner wanted to see.
His right eye is cut. Let's fix it before we got bloodstream. You got a lot of fight.
He's got to be able to... Nice workout.
Round number 2 is about to begin. Nice punch. He can make the jab to be a very effective weapon. One thing you can do against a power guy is move. It's hard for him to generate a good punch when the target is always moving. Boom, and that countering deep digger sent a chill down his spine. He's playing to his opponent's strength by allowing himself to be countered. Ooh, Hopkins connects with a powerful haymaker that lands flush. Hopkins looking good with his 3-shot combo. He can see his opponent's punches coming, and he counters with a wonderfully timed shot. Nice shot. Man, that body punch really did some damage. He returns fire and lands a punch of his own. He makes him pay for going after him there. If you want to examine a textbook style, then there you have it. Good defensive and offensive skills. Ooh, Hopkins connects hard and with authority from that commanding haymaker. Ooh, Hopkins connects with a hard, vicious haymaker upstairs. Marvelous Marvin Hagler paid his dues to win a world title. He's made a living traveling to the other fighters' hometowns to earn respect, and in the process, beating them up. Hopkins shoots a jab downstairs. Hopkins connects with a good jab. Hopkins has a long, lean, muscular body. It's a body built for endurance, and he's endured a lot in that ring. He's looking to create openings by putting punches together. Solid shot finds its home. It's almost like he knows what his opponent's gonna throw before he throws it. Hagler's the tough guy, but that punch would make anyone wince. Down to the last 10 seconds. Landed 2 jabs there. Without question, I'd say that was a better round for Hopkins. Get another look at...
We can't let this cut... I don't want to see too...
If we don't repair the... Good job.
The third round is underway. He's awoken by an unexpected haymaker that counters him hard. Power guys tend to be slower, and if you can get through their defense, you can slow them down even more. Impressive counter shot sends him a message he won't forget. That's the kind of punching that's good to see from any fighter. Hagler's thrown a great jab that lands flush. It never can hurt you to be a balanced fighter like this. You just don't bring any glaring weakness to the ring. Incredible, incredible punch landed there. If you're gonna come straight forward, he'll step back and counter. Hagler's just flat out scary in there. For a middleweight, he throws a ton of punches and never takes a step backwards. Let's not forget, all those punches from Hagler, they pack a wallop. Great counter hook by Bernard Hopkins. Hopkins counter-whacks his opponent. Hopkins has to be considered one of the best all-round middleweights that has ever stepped onto the canvas. That jab has the potential to be a determining factor in this fight. He's not just settling for one punch at a time. He's looking to land combinations. Right hand lands, followed by a solid left hook. The left eye looks a bit swollen. Bernard's attacked with a power punch. Excellent counter. That uppercut finds its mark. 10 seconds left to go. He goes in with a hard hook of his own. Hagler owned the ring for that round. Let's look at the replay of another round dominated.
Oh, you left that. That was a good round for us. Relax.
And your right eye's bleeding. You're letting him...
All right, here we go with the 4th round. He opened him up with a thunderous shot. Fight fans are loving it. You gotta love that bulldog type of power style. The crowd loves seeing the explosiveness from these type of fighters. Bernard Hopkins caught a straight jab. Jab combo there. Good jab in front of a solid right hand from Hagler. Hopkins with a jab and a straight right hand. Good strategy. You should always try to work off the jab. The ref only threatens to stop a bout if one fighter is showing an obvious inability to defend himself. If he could defend himself and stop taking so many hard shots, the referee wouldn't have to step in. Right hand followed by a hook to the body. Bernard Hopkins got to realize he's in real trouble now. The ref only threatens to stop the fight when he sees one fighter is in a severe amount of danger. Hagler displays his hand speed with that combo. Hopkins taking care of business, countering effectively and doing damage. Good jab lands ahead of the right hand. Hopkins catches him with a jab up top, then blasts him in the gut with a straight right hand. He quickly picks up on that opening and makes him pay with an unforgiving haymaker. Jab combo lands nicely. Scoring with a sharp, stinging shot, setting him up with a few jabs. Hagler is able to do some damage with a hard power punch downstairs. Jab combination lands flush for Hagler. Sharp shot to the head. He looks determined to make the jab work for him. Snaps out the jab. Hagler with a hard shot that finds its target. 10 seconds still remain. Hagler is hoping he's done enough to win that round. Marvin.
I need him to be able to go back out there the next round and not every round.
Boy, just looking at that, right? He's making you look.
Let's see how the fighters do here in the 5th round. He digs a left to the body. He's looking to take the initiative with that jab, and his left eye looks to be swelling up a bit. He's determined to land punches and flurries. Whistling 3-punch combination. Stiff jab lands up top. He nails him with that one. Hopkins looking good, coming back with great counters. Hagler's tried to jab upstairs. Hopkins with a big counter that looks to stop his opponent in his tracks. Jab combo lands flush for Hagler. Nice counter. He's looking to take advantage of the other guy's mistakes. Bernard Hopkins tagged him. Sensational counter punch by Marvin Hagler. Hard counter lands flush for the marvelous one. A jab combo lands. Good counter hook as he looks to dictate the pace of the combat. Nice shot. He sits back, picks his spot, and unloads. Bernard Hopkins' corner needs to keep the energy up.
All right, let's get the cut patched up. Breathe in. We're gonna turn it.
If we don't repair the wound around your right eye, take some air.
Let's get things going and start up the 6th round. Hopkins doesn't look any better than he did at the end of the last round. With his left eye still bleeding a bit, watch to see this become a prime weak point for Hagler. Bernard Hopkins going to work with 2 solid shots. If he's not careful, he'll be eating counters all day. Marvelous, obviously leaving himself open to get popped. It could be a short set of work if he can consistently land combos like that. He's looking for his opponent to make mistakes and help him out. He whacks him with 2 hard punches. He looks to score with that 2-shot combo. Hopkins looking a little worse for wear after getting hit by that counter uppercut. He's got to do a better job of getting out of the way of those counter shots. You know, everyone loves a busy fighter, a guy who throws a lot of punches, but I'm pretty sure his corner wants to save some of those shots for the rounds to come. Nicely executed jab combo by Marvelous. Hopkins scores with a sharp jab. Hopkins moves forward behind that 2-shot combo. He goes for the knockout with one devastating punch to the head. Hagler deserved to get popped after that foolishness. Lands with the jab and comes in with the right hand behind it. Hopkins scores with a powerful shot to the dome. He's taken the other guy out of his game plan with effective countering. Technically solid 2-punch combination. Boom! Out of nowhere, he lands a haymaker. They've got 10 seconds to go. Oh, and a huge left-handed haymaker finds its home. And that'll do it for this, the middle point of tonight's fight. What an amazing command of the ring we've seen so far.
I don't want that laceration getting any worse. Let's patch up. Take a deep breath and just forget about that round. Come on.
What can we do about that blood? You're looking good.
Here we go with round number 7. Hopkins was counting on his corner, and they didn't come through. Solid punching as he looks to assert himself. 2 hard punches slam into him. Nice punch. He really takes it to him with that stinging blow to the head. Jabs with accuracy and speed. He takes a shot square in the midsection. Hagler might want to draw from his fight experience here. Punch judiciously, protect yourself for longevity, not only for the short term, but over the length of your career. A few jabs landed in rapid succession for Hagler, setting up with his jabs. There's a sharp counter. The jab, always a great way to set up your offense. Flailing is not going to win him this round. He goes to work with those 2 punches. Ouch, a thudding power shot lands by Marvelous. Bernard Hopkins looking incredibly frustrated after being taunted by his opponent. I can't remember seeing him this upset. He's taking the initiative with that 2-shot combo. Snaps the jab out there. He needs to watch out for that straight jab. Strategical use of the jab. He's looking like a strong wind may be able to tip him over right now. You can see that he's struggling to stay upright. One more big punch, and he could very well be taking a nap on the mat. Hard counter uppercut. He comes forward with the jab. And we're down to the last 10 seconds. Bernard's taking this round hands down. Oh my, there's something he doesn't want to see over and...
That cut ain't gonna take care of... I know that round didn't go like we drew it up, but...
That left eye is ripped. Breathe in.
Let's see how the fighters do in this, the 8th round. Bernard Hopkins, cutman, is simply inexperienced, and that'll have an effect on this round. His left eye is incredibly swollen. You hate to say it, but he could be on the verge of having permanent damage. Hopkins slams his opponent with 2 hard shots. Hopkins hooks to the body and then comes over the top with another right hook. Hopkins having real difficulty seeing out of his left eye at this point. Surges forward behind that combination. Impressive punch by Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins is going to have to get medical attention for his fists if he keeps landing power shots as hard as that one. Marvin Hagler with a series of jabs. Hopkins served a combo and both punches nailed their targets. He's really been beaten up in the ring tonight. He's taken a great deal of punishment, and I think he's right at the threshold. One more big punch. The executioner clinches just as he looks to be heading to the canvas. Good timing there. Good 2-punch combination from Hagler. He's taking a beating here tonight, and he's looking pretty damaged now. His legs aren't steady anymore, and if he gets hit with one more big punch, he's gonna go. Hard straight right hand followed by a good hook from Hagler. And the ref steps in to warn him not to clinch. Marvin with a good jab in front of a hard left hook. Jab to the body, absorbed nicely. Snaps a few jabs out there. He was hurt, but managed to hold on there. Well done. He's just got to find a way to survive till the end of the round. He's looking like he could go at any moment. That properly timed clinch should give him the rest he needs. The crowd can sense that he's on the verge of collapsing. I'm seeing a KO for the marvelous one. Marvin with a nice, clean jab combination. Hagler might just have the...
Pal, we're gonna do what we can.
If anyone can...
And round number 9 is underway. He looks almost as hurt as he did at the end of the last round. Oh my, how can he see out of his left eye with it nearly closed shut? Hopkins' legs are trembling. He goes down. Tremendous haymaker, ferociously lays him out. He's not gonna get up quickly from that one.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's over. You're out.
Marvin Hagler still looks thrilled with his victory.